Hi, I'm Jamie, and today I will be introducing Victorio Waterfield.
Who is Victoria Waterfield and why have I not heard about her?
Good question. The reason you haven't heard of Victoria Waterfield is because she's the #1 companion with most of her episodes missing.
What?
Yes. Back then, the BBC did an archive footage thing where after they would tape or broadcast the episode, instead of saving the tapes like they should have, they instead deleted them or burned them or something.
Or taped over them completely.
Or taped over them completely, yes. So, she's one of the companions with most of her episodes missing.
You'd think BBC would know better than that.
I know, right? Nowadays, they do. Nowadays, they're getting smarter on it. They're finding missing episodes, bringing it back, recovering it, going to people's houses who would record the episodes when it aired and getting those back too.
Well, there's a lot of her episodes missing from what I understand, but the last time we actually saw like something recovered was back in 2014 when they found some missing episodes in a abandoned cinema reel room in Africa. And that was pretty strange, but we did get a couple of Second Doctor episodes back. But painfully, one episode got lost on the way to a transit between
It got stolen.
Africa to BBC, like the third episode of The Web of Fear.
Yep.
That sucked.
Which is one of the episodes Victoria appears in.
Ah,
Yeah, I feel it.
bullshit. BBC, if you're watching this, if you ever do watch it, and you ever do pay attention to YouTube, bad, bad, you fuckers. Pardon my language, but I'm sorry. But how many episodes? 93, 103, something like that are missing.
Pretty much in that range, and most of them, Second Doctor era.
One of his famed companions, Victoria Waterfield, is it?
Yes.
Is missing quite a bit of footage herself.
What are all these knobs?
What, these? Instruments. These are for controlling our flight.
Flight?
Well, yes. You see, we travel around in here through time and space.
So, was she at least, what was she like as a companion?
Well, as the companion coming from the Victorian era, she's like a typical Victorian woman. At least, you know, the stereotype of what she would have been. She comes off as fragile, you know, easily scared. But underneath it all, she has some real courage in her and an inner strength that comes out when it's most needed for the team.
Yes, I did. And trust you to think of something like that.
Well, couldn't help thinking about it.
Well, I think it's disgusting, wearing that kind of thing.
Oh, so it is. So it is. You don't see yourself dressed like that, then?
Jamie!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just an idea.
We will now change the subject, please.
You say her first couple episodes are missing.
Yes. So, let's see here. She first appears in Season 4, The Evil of the Daleks, and there's 7 parts of it, but it's all missing except for Part 2. So, the parts that are missing have the audio recording of it, but not the video. So the video is filled in with pictures from whatever they saved from tapes and stuff like that.
Why am I being moved? taking me back to my father?
No. You are being moved. Pick up your cover. Follow. Do not be afraid. You are not to be exterminated.
But yeah, a good majority of her first episode is missing.
That's painful. Does she have any completed DVDs, or are they all just scattered and missing of some sort?
Let's see. Well, she appears in a total of 7 episodes. And remember, back then, Doctor Who did it as parts for all the episodes they did. So let's see. The only episode that she would have been in fully that is not missing would be The Enemy of the World.
So she's in that from start to finish?
Yes, that is the only story of hers that is not missing, along with The Tomb of the Cybermen. So only 2 episodes that she's fully in that are not missing.
Ironically, the Enemy of the World was actually the complete Doctor Who DVD that was recovered in 2014 in Africa. So we got that perfectly intact just recently. And this is 5 years later.
Oh, there you are, Doctor. You do look in a state. Come and sit down.
I told you it wouldn't be long. You worried too much.
You shouldn't have left him.
You see, after the explosion, Doctor, we didn't know what to do. You said to come back here, which we did, but I'm sure we were followed.
Please, can we start straight away?
Out of these scattered episodes, what was the best, in your opinion?
The best out of all her episodes, let's see. Especially since a good majority of them are missing.
What was she most remembered for?
She's most remembered for her scream. And that scream takes place in the Ice Warriors, which has been animated for the missing parts of it, but some parts are remaining, which is parts 2 and 3. She's the companion that is most known for her scream, not only Mel, but yes, Victoria as well. And during the Ice Warriors, she lets out a piercing scream that even the producers were like, holy, you know. But yeah, the episode that I say is my favorite with Victoria has got to be...
I can still see him standing there before those horrible Dalek creatures came to the house. I shall never forget him. Never.
No, of course you won't. But, you know, the memory of him won't always be a sad one.
Well, does anybody really even cosplay her, for example?
Rarely, like super duper rarely. There's only been one person that I've known of who's actually cosplayed her on Tumblr.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I said, she's not well known because of missing episodes.
Well, was she remembered for anything else? Did she have a love interest or anything like that? Or?
Love interest. Oh boy, here we go.
Dare I ask that question?
You don't see yourself dressed like that, then?
Jamie!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just an idea.
I think it's time we went. Jamie, Victoria? Hey, Victoria. Wakey, wakey. What's the matter? You don't want to come with us, do you, Victoria?
I don't know. I don't really want to leave you.
Well, I suspected as much.
Would you mind?
Victoria, you can't. Just a minute, Jamie.
So, when Victoria joins Team TARDIS, she's not the only other companion with the Doctor. There's also Jamie McCrimmon, who is with the Doctor before her. And immediately, when Jamie meets her and rescues her, there's a connection. He likes her. He totally likes her.
Oh, that's the guy we actually met at a
Yes,
Con.
Fraser Hines. Jamie Crimmin is played by Fraser Hines. And he is completely smitten with Victoria. And it's even hinted, since her last episode is Fury from the Deep, it's hinted that they kiss during it too. But of course, since it's missing, you can't see anything happening. You can only hear it. And it sounds like he's kissing her goodbye, or they're kissing or something. So there's kind of a little bit, it's a very, very, very small shipping community with Jamie and Victoria, which you can only find through fanfiction and Tumblr.
You're not tired?
No. No, I'm fine. Not tired at all.
You know what? The doctor's just gone undone. He's only gone down to the beach for a swim. It gets worse. You're still not sure, are you?
Yes. But it doesn't make it any easier, leaving you and the doctor.
We've been together a long time now. Has the doctor said anything to you?
No. You know what he's like. He wouldn't. He believes in people making up their own minds.
Victoria, do you think you'll be happy here?
Oh, I think so. The Harrises are very nice people.
Yes, I know that, but they're not from your time, are they?
I wouldn't be at ease back in Victorian times. I had no parents or family left there anyway.
No, that's true. Oh.
Jamie.
Yes?
You wouldn't go without saying goodbye, would you?
Of course not. That won't be till the morning anyway. Good night, Victoria.
Good night, Jamie.
I'm pretty sure I can conclude here that Victoria Waterfield, if she were to make any kind of comeback in the future, she would be through a cartoonized Second Doctor form, like what they've been recently doing. So, I mean, like, it's probably going to be very painstaking to actually find, like, these forgotten episodes, taped over episodes, missing episodes. We might get a few of them back, but I doubt we'll get to the extent that everybody is hoping for. So, with these behind-the-scenes voice captures and all the recordings that they have, they are largely anticipating a cartoon release at some point, where we can hope, because we did get Power out of the Daleks. So there might be more in the future. We did get one with Tom Baker with Shada just this past year, and that was awesome. But at the rate of these coming out, it's probably going to be more unlikely than anything else, but we probably will see something in the future.
Yeah, like I said, so far they have animated one of her episodes that we're missing, which is the Ice Warriors. So the parts that are missing were animated, so you get to see it. You know, it's like technically complete. But so far that's the only one out of Victoria's episodes that they've animated. So slowly throughout the years, they've started animating the missing episodes. So thank you, BBC, you're making it up! Yay!
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's hope they keep continuing to animate missing episodes.
Yes.
Please.
And let's hope they get better at animation.
It's a work in progress. Especially when you have nothing to go by, you just have to guess.
There are people nowadays who are still alive that are actually do make like the scripts and so forth, so they can probably put together their best people and come up with something great. It's just them getting off their ass.
So Victoria Waterfield appears in 7 episodes total. Her first episode is The Evil of the Daleks. And after that, it's The Tomb of the Cybermen, The Abominable Snowman, The Ice Warriors, The Enemy of the World, The Web of Fear, and her last episode being Fury from the Deep.
I'm missing that whole episode.
Of course. Remember, most of these episodes are missing.
Idiots!
We can't just leave her.
We are not leaving her, Jamie. It was her decision to stay. She'll be quite all right with the Harrises.
Now, don't worry so much, Jamie.
I'm not. I'm just... Oh, come on, let's go.
Well, where would you like to go?
I couldn't care less.
I was fond of her too, you know, Jamie.
Well, here's some fun facts about Victoria. She's one of the companions with a good majority of her episodes missing. So far, at first, before some of her episodes were recently found, she was like the #1 companion with most of the episodes missing. But now, because of those episodes being found, Ben and Polly are the #1 companions from the first Doctor era, with most of their episodes missing. So technically now Victoria's like the second companion with that issue, instead of being the first.
Just because we happen to find something in Africa.
Yep. Let's see. Victoria is also one of the youngest companions to have ever been in the TARDIS. When the Doctor and Jamie found her, and when her dad died because the Daleks took her captive and he risked his life to save the Doctor, they took her on board, and she was only 14, 15 at the time. So she was one of the youngest companions the Doctor's ever had. She's mostly iconic for her piercing scream. Like I said, even from the producers, it was pretty, yeah. Let's see. Her reason for leaving the TARDIS at the end of her last episode is the most unique departure from the series so far, because of the fact not only is she a young person, but she wanted a family. She lost her family and she wanted a family. Sadly, she couldn't see that in the Doctor and Jamie because she felt she was always in danger all the time. And her life was unstable because of that, and she wanted something stable. So at the end of her episode, she ends up coming across a family that doesn't have a child, and ends up somehow, I don't know, being adopted or taken into their family, and ends up living her life out with them.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah. It's nice but sad, because why couldn't you see that the Doctor and Jamie were, you know, your fam? So yeah.
Fan fiction. Here we go.
I know. Okay. So, after Victoria left the Doctor, she settled down in the 20th century with her new family. And she has a little more adventures after that. There's, I guess it's like a movie or like a short episode. It's called Downtime. And it's done with an older Victoria years after she leaves the Doctor. But it also features Sarah Jane, the Brigadier, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, so you got some other companions of the Doctors in there. And they all have this little adventure. I have no idea what Downtime is about, but we should check it out. Yeah. Because it has Victoria in it. Besides all that, Victoria also appears in Big Finish audio productions with the second Doctor, Jamie, and so on. So you can check out those adventures as well. I have no idea about them, but Victoria Waterfield is also in those. So check out the Big Finish audios.
Was she actually Did the original actress reprise her role for that?
Yes, the original actress, Deborah Watling, actually reprised her role for the audiobooks. So
you're telling me she has more screen time in the audiobooks than she does?
Well, it's
what's found.
Technically the same as it is in the episodes, because you can't really see her, you can only hear her.
So she's more audiobook than anything else, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, quite.
So, in one of the audios, I guess, because I looked all this up, Victoria settled down and married, having several children in the audios. So that's a pretty much rundown of her life right there.
Get down on it.
Now, as for the actress who played her, Deborah Watling, how she got the part is a mystery. Like, there was no audition paperwork left over for her, and somehow she was quietly replaced from the first choice they originally had for Victoria. People believe that the producers favored Deborah over the original person, so that's why, maybe.
So she got the part when she was 14?
She got the part when she was relatively young. The character was 14, but I think Deborah was 19 at the time.
Oh, I was about to say, Jailbait got the role?
No.
Jamie!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just an idea.
We will now change the subject, please.
The actress sadly passed away in 2017 at 69.
What?
Yeah.
That's young.
Yes. It's very young. She passed away from lung cancer.
I shall miss you, Victoria. I hope that you will miss me too. But times change, as I know better than most. It is time for you to start a new chapter in the book of your life. And with Maggie and Frank Harris to look after you, I am sure that chapter will be a good one. Perhaps we shall meet again. I hope so. But until that time, be assured that you will sleep in my memory, just as I hope that I shall sleep in yours. Your friend, the Doctor.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been very educational for you, and stay tuned for more history of Doctor Who companion videos.